8:53, back with more of our week of 20-minute meals on Today Food. Our friend Michael Lomonaco, the chef and owner of Porterhouse Bar and Grill here in New York City, has a perfect go-to chicken recipe when you're in a hurry. Michael, always good to see you, pal.
Great. Thank you so much.
Do you understand the criteria here? 20 minutes?
Yes, this is a 20-minute recipe, start to finish, prep and all.
Let's take a look at our ingredients over here. Pretty basic.
Yeah, chicken breast, beautiful skinless, boneless breast, fresh peas, fresh asparagus, mushrooms, a little creme fraiche at the end, some herbs, chicken broth, very simple.
The trick you use here to be able to cook chicken quickly is you slice it real thin.
Right, so it is almost, you know, that is so important. So you can see how thin the slices are, and this is a hot pan, and we can start cooking chicken. And
just a little butter in there?
Yeah,
what is that?
Butter and oil. So I use a little olive oil and a little butter together. And we can saute them here in minutes. You hear it sizzling already.
Right.
And then they get braised a little bit with some broth at the end. Let's season that with a little salt and pepper.
Okay, got the salt and pepper for you. A little more salt.
Yeah.
And again, that's going to be quick. You're looking for a little brownness on each side. They get a little white.
That's right, exactly.
Perfect.
And a fricassee is really sort of like a small stew in a way. And here we have our mushrooms, cremini mushrooms, lots of flavor.
You put a little oil in there?
There's a little bit of oil and butter in there. Two tablespoons of oil and butter in the whole dish. So we split it between the two portions of the recipe. We can add our chicken back in.
We've got our tasters downstairs, Michael. I just want to check in with them and see if they're scarfing this down already.
We love it.
Really bright.
And really healthy, too. Light and healthy.
Good. All right.
Continue,
chef.
A little bit of chicken broth, and this is important. The chicken broth is hot, so I've heated it already.
Why do you need to do that?
So we can move along with this recipe.
All right,
so it doesn't take forever.
All right, makes sense.
Right? And so everything is cut thinly and easily. And the fresh vegetables are just going to cook in the broth, asparagus and fresh peas.
How long are they going to want to cook? So how far from the end do you add those?
You know, these really will cook in 2 minutes. This is fresh seasonal produce, and it's just great to have now. So the peas and the asparagus are very thin asparagus, not thick asparagus, and those will cook. And then we just finish the dish. You know, let it cook for a few minutes. We'll finish with some creme fraiche.
That just thickens it up a little bit?
It adds a little bit of flavor. It's not a lot of heavy cream. It's just 2 tablespoons, a quarter of a cup of creme fraiche, and then we really wind up with a finished dish that's creamy, but not too, you know, it's not too heavy at all.
Savannah, we talk a lot about these dishes that we could make on a weeknight when we have to be, go to bed early. This is one of those you could do.
And it's so tasty.
I didn't
make that.
I didn't want to make that sound like even you could do this. That's not what I meant.
I know what you meant.
But it did.
No.
I know. Across that way.
But it is delicious.
Fricassee, yeah, and you could do it with anything. You could use wild mushrooms. You could use pork or veal, but the thin slicing is really important. Some fresh herbs at the end, some tarragon, some chives.
Perfect.
Fresh and easy.
Michael, thank you very much. Under 20 minutes, that's the best part. The recipe at today.com/.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.